Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream today. How are you all doing? I am live on YouTube and Twitch for tonight's episode of Big Brother 27, the veto episode. Business. Thank you for the 13th in a row. Long night tonight. Let's see if the clock is working again. If I can find it. Hey. Long night tonight, 90-minute episode, and then a podcast. I am on the podcast tonight. We're going to get Otev. We're going to get the Riley backdoor. Plenty to do today. Can I explain the significance of day 44? It's just a day that has had a lot happen on it in the past. It's been a wild day multiple times. That's basically it. Any shenanigans today thus far? Not really. The shenanigans is Will, for some reason, not pushing Ava, and I say for some reason, but unfortunately, it's kind of par for the course for Will. And Vince not pushing Lauren, which is also not really that surprising for Vince either. So, as of right now, Ava plans to vote Riley to stay in any scenario. And Vince has not managed to even really come close to getting Lauren to agree to let him vote that way, and also appears to be telling her at least that he's voting that way. That's basically the gist of it. If you haven't checked it out already, the Patreon's running hot right now with some Australian Survivor versus the World content. Although what I will say is that I did accidentally forget Sandra and say that Tony was the only two-time US Survivor winner. Whoops! I think I got confused because they were talking about how Tony was the only two-time winner on that cast. And in my head, it was like, oh, there's probably some other two-time winners around the world. So then I was trying to explain to non-Survivor watchers, like, okay, well, the reason Tony is the only two-time winner, starting to like, because it was like on the cast, and then it was like, oh crap, no, there's probably, international two-time winners that may or may not have been on this cast. So then I qualified it with US, and then people roasted me about Sandra. It's a strange thing because basically what happened is I'm doing the Australian Survivor versus the World watch on the Patreon, and I think there are people on the Patreon who came for the Genius and for Devil's Plan and don't really know me outside of that. And so they know nothing about Survivor. And they're like, this is my first time watching Survivor. So it's like, I'm in this weird position where I'm like helping analyze and describe Survivor as a whole, while also being not knowledgeable about the international versions. So I'm like the Survivor expert who's not really as expert as I should be, but at the same time, having a lot of fun. Gary, thank you for the 100. I do feel like a lot of the analysis from my perspective is colored by people's familiarity with some of the players when it comes to the Australian survivors, where I'm like, this is weird or interesting. A lot of it's like, no. This is either amazing or awful. I am showing the actual episodes, yeah. You just have to deal with me doing commentary over them. Episode should be starting soon here. We'll run a prediction. Commercial by 5:14. Gina, thank you for the 16th. Pre-recorded on Patreon. All right, we are on. Mickey turned her ire toward Rachel.
And Ava warned the reality goddess she could be in.
The reality goddess. Patty, thank you for the 46th in a row. BB out. Thank you for the 64th. Shadow Wolf with 35. Thank you. A declaration of war tonight. Oh, there he is, the Hogfather. I can't really do the treadmill because I have like a nice sweater on. It's kind of a problem. I have read Project Hail Mary, yeah. Excited for the movie. Simply think of the 11th. Oh, I forgot to read out Mickey's quote from yesterday on the update. It's the one I tweeted out. I thought it was so funny. I was at the zoo when I read it. McKenna, thank you for the 38th. Whoo! They are going all out. They believe Mickey's leaving this week. This does not give me hope that they're going to dog Riley in the edit. Let's just keep it 100. Come on. Come on. I mean, of all the things Morgan has done, admitting that she was going after Rachel, I don't think is like the worst. Because Rachel knew and just put her on the block for it. HG, think of the ninth. I mean, genuinely, like one of the reasons why Morgan has basically reconnected with Rachel, in my opinion, is because she was able to be honest and upfront about the fact that she was coming for her, and then move on from there. You know. Cindy, think of the 56th. Setting up Lauren's dilemma, obviously, here. Shelly, I think of the 32nd. Abundance, thank you for the 25th. Quite an early commercial there. Next prediction. What could it be? Yeah, how about this? Do we get a Riley and Cat DR? Do we get diary rooms from both of them in the next segment? They don't have to be at the same time. I just want to see both of them get diary rooms. That's the prediction. Mr. Ordinary, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. Anyway, the quote was from Big Brother Daily, Mickey to Morgan. I am a very kind and considerate person. I have manners and I have God, but I am cynically good at meeting nasty with nasty. I can make a person feel like they should literally remove themselves from my existence with how I can cut somebody with just the words. Hold on. It cut off. With just the words out of my mouth, I am doing great. It genuinely reminded me of the Sick Nasty quote. Obviously not in the lighthearted, funny way, but in the just how ridiculous this sounds in a tweet way. Like, it feels worse than Jose's I'm the Messiah of the Newbies. It feels worse than Pop and Paul Jackson's I Have to Be the Bad Guy. It's just such a silly thing to say. Particularly because of her current position in the game, where there's actually not a single person in the house, like a single person in the house that wants her there. Okay, think of the 5th. We did get the Survivor cast drop. We'll maybe do a stream going over the Survivor cast sometime soon. Talk about the Riz God. You can't think of the 28th. I don't really know when we're doing the draft. I should look it up. Pretty sure we scheduled it like forever ago. All right, we're back. Survivor Chef's not for a while. I told you that's what he does. Listen, this is great, Will, but I really needed you to clock in today and not be thinking about your chocolate drop when you were talking to Ava. Coffee, thank you for the 25th. Oh, I forgot about the toilet paper. Oh, I was going to ask about the Ashley Rachel conversation, but I couldn't think of a distinctive factor, and I completely forgot about the toilet paper. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is such an embarrassing conversation for so many reasons. Curtis, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. Gobble, thank you for the 7th. Carol, thank you for the 18th. I think the most embarrassing part of that conversation was that she thought it was such like an important, serious conversation. Oh, here we go, Riley Catherine. Okay, okay, we're getting whiny Riley. Medusa, thank you for the 45th. Riley in the DR. She might take my love for granted. This is genuinely reprehensible. I just know that they're sitting there. Oh, we know so much more than these live feeders. They don't get the diary rooms. We need to show them the diary rooms so that they understand that it's not toxic. They don't know what they're talking. We know what they're talking about. This is a love story. They're blowing it out of proportion. We need to show them in the edit. It's fucking sick. Matt Hoffman. Hardcore, thank you for the gifted. All right. Next prediction. Does Mickey still have the votes over Riley right now? No, she never did. Unless you mean to be voted out, in which case, yes. Veto draw? Will we get a Mickey blindside? I mean, as of right now, she does think she stays. Certainly over Morgan. Because she believes she has people like Riley and Catherine, and she doesn't. She also believes she has Will and Ashley, and she doesn't. People are saying Vince just ratted out Rachel to Catherine. But I'm curious to what extent. Because he's been saying all day that she's trying to use the argument that a showman's is powerful and should therefore leave. But he hasn't told anyone about the alliance or anything, which I'm assuming is still the case. I feel like if he had outed the alliance, I would see more about it. But I could be wrong. Grander, I think the 25th. Hippie, thank you for the third. Yeah, prediction is will we get a veto draw? Honestly, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but it is actually a little bit surprising that Catherine and Riley haven't made a push to keep Mickey yet, given how much better Mickey is for their games for so many reasons. They just don't like her that much, I guess. Wonder, thank you for the 22nd week in a row. Can I just say how funny it was to watch that little like thing about the guy performing live on Paramount, and it was just a billion clips of him doing this in different cuts. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that. All right, we're back. Go to war with me. You would have hoped. The frenemies. I think Keanu is the person that Rachel likes the most in the house. If it weren't for game. You know what I mean? Handshake, thank you for the fourth. Oh, they're already dumping on Lauren here. Oh, I'm hearing veto draw noises. We got the veto draw. Mickey knows for a fact that Will or Ashley would use the veto on her. Reading thing for the 12th. Wild draw. Lauren is the only person who could have made this result happen this week. She's like a genuinely really bad stroke of luck. Will saying he would take Mickey down. He was anti-Mickey before the ceremony happened, though. I don't think it follows through. Okay, next prediction. Let's do it again. Riley DR. Given that Riley is the replacement, I imagine we'll need a little more Riley in the episode. Yeah, this episode's already feeling long to me. I'm like, oh, only 30 minutes. I'm curious how they plan to. I'm assuming what they'll do for the Renom discussion is not show Rachel say she's gonna do Riley. Or maybe they will, and then they'll show the like, oh, I think she's bluffing. That's kind of more exciting, to be honest. I'm pretty sure they did 2 full segments of OTEV last year, even though it only lasted one round. That's my memory, at least. How is that even possible? They find a way. So, yeah, I very much assume we'll get another 2 full segments, even though it only lasted 3 rounds. Assassin AK with the $4.99. Thank you. I think Vince is trying to shift blame on other people just in case he does end up flipping tomorrow. He wants all the heat on Rachel and her side. I just don't think I don't think he's gonna do it without approval from Lauren, and Lauren has not given it. All right, we're back. Oh, we're starting the comp right away. The Big Brother world. I have no idea what the relevance of this is to the Hotel Mystere theme. Cat Gallery, thank you for the 36. And of course, we're getting farts. Couldn't get through a season without that. I think it's kind of a funny gag. I like the pig. I like the little pig. I don't get why we need farts with accompanying green mist. Like, do they really think that their main demographic is children? I just don't see it. I just don't think children are watching Big Brother. I think they're watching TikTok. And I don't think they're watching TikToks of Big Brother fart pigs. Damn, thank you for 5. Never thought a cast could be worse than the BB26. Yeah, I mean, I think children will watch it with their parents, but the parents make the decision to watch it more so than the kids do. Obviously, I started watching when I was 8, but the show wasn't like this when I was 8. If it was, I don't know if I would have watched it. Frankly, she scares me. Armando with $20 over on YouTube. Thank you so much. What a cool little dono. You think they were trying to get Rachel to do a Kathy? After I saw the little clip of Brittany talking to Brendan about how they're the Kathys now. Okay, I didn't even realize this. So, does this mean only one person got out due to timing and everyone else got questions wrong? Wait, isn't this the question they all got wrong? I thought it lasted around. Lydia, think of the 499. Oh, right, right. This is the one Vince got out on. Okay, I think I misread that when I heard them talk about this. That's so funny that I thought they got out on this round because Vince wouldn't shut up about it. That I got confused. Well, obviously she's not going to do that. Oh yeah, I remember her saying that she did this. Did Kelly beat Amy in a blockbuster? I remember she beat Zay. Yeah, there's the commercial. So that's a no. No Riley DR. Ugh. Let's run it back though. Yeah, 40 more minutes is rough. The day 44, I explained this a little earlier. Basically, day 44 is just a day that a lot of big flips and drama have happened historically over the last few years. BB25, BB21. Specifically, it was what we called the BB21 thing. Because there was so much chaos that it was like, what do you just call it day 44? Day 44 happened. And then when it happened again on BB26, the Izzy flip, and it was like, what? That happened on a day 44 too? I was like, whoa. But so far today, it's been pretty lame. Peyton, thank you for the 28th. Yeah, prediction was running back the Riley DR thing. Chat BCC. I will be on the podcast tonight. That's part of why I'm a little tired. Luckily, the podcasts are obviously much more fun, and Taylor's going to be on, so that's going to be great. All right, we're back. We're back. And Cirillo, thank you for the 72nd month in a row. Just chicken and rice for dinner. Someone remind me what the question was? Who went home when Kelly won Blockbuster? Yeah, that's easy. That's just flat easy. Yeah, I remember hearing Rachel say that she was looking for the correct thing, but was worried that Mickey was gonna beat her. You think that water's gross? I went to the zoo yesterday, and the water with the elephants and the capybaras was so gross. It was so gross. The elephants were cool though. Is the San Diego Zoo overrated or worth it? Honestly, I haven't really gone to any other zoos before, so I couldn't really tell you how it compares, but I've heard it's one of the best ones. It is cool to see animals. And my understanding is they do a lot of important conservation work and stuff for animals. No Riley DR once again. Um, Prediction. What happened after the veto? Obviously the Lauren stuff, but we could just do Riley DR again. Global's back already though. Maybe we'll save a prediction for next time. Try to think of one during this segment. All right, we're back. Rachel did not do that. Oh, we could get the Zach thing. That's what I should have asked. Like a lot. What they didn't show is that this particularly backfired because it made Lauren think that Rachel was doing the Keanu plan that he very clumsily tried to do. The missed opportunity here as well for Rachel was not getting more of her allies to press the same thing. Here we go. Zach reveal. Oh, please don't make this a genuine misdirection. Please show this for the hilarity that it was. They cut out all the awkward pauses. Okay, at least they have Lauren laughing at her in the diary room. Oh, they cut. I didn't even catch it. They cut him. Oh, there it is. No. Yo, so I think with the 66th month, does Rachel tell Lauren she will put up Riley? This is going to be for the next segment. We might run it back. Basically, what I'm looking for is Rachel saying Riley's name to Lauren out loud in the edit. Not Kelly or Keanu does not count. Because she did, what we saw is her basically telling Lauren she would put up Riley. But the way Lauren told it implied that she did eventually actually say Riley's name, but we didn't see that part. It has to be this segment. If we don't get it this segment, I might run the prediction back for the segment after, but we'll see. Yeah, Pet's on the feeds right now. I think Halfway Party is a good shout. I think it is slightly past halfway, but because isn't it like 85 days? Finale is the 28th, I think. All right, we are back. No, I'm not pushing anything. God, come on, Vince. Really? You can't be in the diary and being like, yeah, of course I'm pressuring her. Like, come on, really? I expect it from Morgan. I should expect it from Vince too. That's a no. Is it the final segment? All right, I'm just going to go final DR. Rachel, Riley, Lauren, Vince, Morgan, Mickey, other. Not only did she not say Riley, but they didn't even show like that final conversation the next day. They still could, depending on how much time they leave themselves with. Global's back already. Yeah, I mean, the way they've edited it so far, it's like they definitely implied that it was Rachel's fault that the veto is getting used, which I think is I mean, the way they showed it is not true. Brian, think of the 54th. All right, we're back. We're back. Oh, you know what's super annoying too? They didn't show Riley's part in this. And do everything with 100. Wow, they cut 5 straight minutes of that. Silence. There it is. A potential renom? I'm sorry, you're stupid if you think she was bluffing. Just straight up. I figured she was lying. When she said that, like, she wouldn't have used it if she had known Riley would go up. Especially because Riley going up is better for her than Kelly going up. In fact, for a super fan, like, when in the history of Big Brother has somebody bluffed about who the renom was in this kind of situation? It would just be a strange thing to do. You never thought. God, am I the only person that like got so sketched out when he said, if I leave now, I won't see Catherine? Like my head jumped to like the guy that's got someone locked in the basement and is like, you can't take me to jail. Then I won't be able to be with my basement woman. First in a row. Have I seen Wentworth's Riley Instagram reel? No, I have not. Is it good? Kalita, thank you for the 79th month. I appreciate that. Denise, thank you for the 16th. It was a long 90 minutes. It didn't help that they literally portrayed a segment of Catherine asking to slow down their relationship, where he then got extremely manipulative, as if it were a blip in the relationship that is Catherine's issue that she needs to get over. When 2 nights later, he was yelling at her. Yes, final prediction. Sorry. It was, in fact, Riley, the final diary room. It's just like, you couldn't tell on yourself more. You know what I mean? Gaddy, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. With the memberships, I appreciate it. Was the audio weird on the update? People have been saying my audio is weird. It's tough because I don't listen to it back, you know? I know for sure that I have way too much reverb and I want to work on it. Paul, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. I also think that StreamYard messes with it sometimes, where it ducks me a little bit. Share, thank you for the 24th. So I can't tell if people are just like if I yell like this, you know, it's a very reverb. It's like echoing all over in here. You know what I mean? But that's just a matter of getting these walls to be not so bare. Vlada, thank you for the 46th. Shroom, thank you for the 20th. There's another potential issue, which is if I talk quietly enough and there's a noise gate, theoretically, like, you might not be able to hear. It might cut out. But it sounds to me like you can hear it when I do that. Which means if that is happening, it's probably more on StreamYard's end. But there's not a lot I can do there. Mayrose, thank you for the 42nd. What am I hoping to ask Taylor tonight? I mean, not any specific questions necessarily. Moisturizer, please. I keep... people keep asking me to do moisturizer, and my instinct every time people say that is like, oh shit, my face dry? Do I need to put some moisturizer on? But yeah, I wonder if maybe I'll look into the StreamYard settings too and see if there's anything going on there. It's especially tough because the thing about the StreamYard audio, James Gunn mentioned her in a podcast. Taylor? Yes? What podcast? When? What did he say? Is she going to be in Superman 2? Might go on BB Unlocked? No way. That'd be way too big of a get. Come on. No way. S. Buchanan, thank you for the 7th. He's been chatting online with her. Oh boy. I mean, that'd be pretty sick. Started reading the book today. Got an arc. Love it so far. Thank you. I appreciate that. Audio only. I mean, yeah. If I talk like over here, it's gonna sound weird if I'm not on mic, you know. I mean, particularly, basically, if I yell, I'm normally not going to yell into the mic because that would be quite alarming and obnoxious. So the louder I get, the more I'm going to be slightly off mic to keep the volume as level as possible. He responded on Threads. Alex, thank you for the 6th. Anyway, podcast soon. I will be on the podcast tonight, so stay tuned. Taylor will be there as well. So stay tuned. Check out the podcast. I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about. In the meantime, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the watch party. I might do a Survivor Cast reviewy stream where I just watch all the videos and stuff. At some point here on the stream. So stay tuned for that. You can also check out the Patreon. I'm doing the Australian Survivor versus the World reaction videos. Those have been fun. I think that while I'm doing those, we will put a temporary pause on the Genius videos because we're getting 3 of those Survivor videos per week. But I think it's a pretty short season as well. I think it'll be like 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll get right back at the Genius relatively soon. And if I can fit one in here or there, maybe I will. But otherwise, check out all that stuff gone on over on Patreon. Check out the book if you haven't already. And I will see all of you very soon on the podcast.